the directive was, don't let any new fires start again. No fires, no fires, no fires.
Well, I was asked at that point in time by a senior vice president. He called me and said, Joe, I want you to build a fire program and we want to build it up to another level. And I asked him, what does that mean?
We put together a team of various individuals from different parts of the organization, and we realized there was many things that we could be doing to improve wildfire risk.
We just had a simple mandate, no fires, no fires, no fires. And what that meant to each of us was probably something a little bit different. It was all about attaining that goal.
There was no pro forma. We didn't have any situational awareness. We really didn't understand our risk. We didn't have a very good understanding of the health of the circuits that were in the risky areas. We didn't have a lot of things. So little by little, we kind of shotgunned it, to be quite honest with you. And we found out what worked and what didn't work.
Some of the first things that we did was we said, let's not be the ignition for the utility. We looked at our old data to find out what is causing those ignitions, and we tried to create plans around each one of those. We looked at all causes, and no single cause was greater than like 20%. There was different kinds of equipment, there was outside contact, human contact, vehicle contact, animal contact, vegetation contact. So we looked at all those, and we discovered we need to have a very broad plan. You really want to analyze what can start the ignition and focus on those things. There's no silver bullet.
We threw everything we could think of what we were doing and articulated that into the plan.
There weren't any rules to speak of, and so we were able to kind of pioneer a world-class program.
It was about a 110-page document, which at that time, again, never been done before. The last one I had my hands on in San Diego was 1,300 pages. Does the nation need to be that specific? I argue no, we don't. But we do have certain aspects within that plan that I think every utility across the nation could benefit from. One, again, is getting organized, getting an understanding as to what your system is all about. Where is your risk and where are your facilities within those risk areas? Secondly, being able to create a situational awareness program so that you understand when a weather event comes in, you understand where it comes in, how it affects your system. Thirdly, when you look at what is the benefit of the dollars that you're spending, you can clearly point to it now and say, we've been able to reduce the risk in our most riskiest areas because we did X, Y, and Z. Being an understanding as to what you can do, how you can do it, what kind of organization do you have around it, and how you can convey it to the public. All really good points. So it's important that I think utilities focus in on having a plan, being specific enough, and working the plan.